Hello, good evening everyone. Hi, welcome to Gradeup. I'm Saral and I will be taking today's session, which is basically the analysis of DILR section from the third mock test. I hope I am audible. I hope I am visible to you. Just confirm me once and then we'll start with today's session, guys. Just confirm once whether I am audible to you or not. Hi, good evening, Gaurav. Chaliye, so let us start with today's session. So as I said that it is the discussion of the DILR section of mock test 3. We'll be doing an analysis of it. We'll be doing those sets which should have been done by us, right, during the exam. Now we all know that CAT is only a 2-hour exam now. There are 3 sections. Each section would be a 40 minutes. So we have designed these mock tests actually according to that only, according to different opinions that people might have, that the sections would be having 20 questions or 25 questions. So we are keeping some of the sections with 20 questions, some of them with 25 questions. We are doing experiments with those. So this is another test in the series of those tests. And what should have been done in these 40 minutes in this section, this is what I'm going to discuss today, right? So I hope I am clearly visible and audible to you. Hi Piyush, good evening. So let us start now, right? शुरू करते हैं. So first of all, a bit about me. I am Saral Nashier. As I told you, I'm a quant and DI teacher at Gradeup. I've been teaching for last 16 plus years now and scored 100 percentile in CAT QA as well as DILR. And I've scored 99.99 percentile on more than 5 occasions in CAT. And obviously in all these years, I have taught 10,000 plus students and many teachers, hundreds of teachers as well. So first thing is that you can join a Telegram group. There's the link through which you can join it. And it's a two-way communication. So basically we are also there, the students are also there. So you can ask any kind of question on this group, right? And we also keep on posting some questions and quizzes on it. CAT 2020 final revision, it's going on Gradeup now. You can find it on the YouTube playlists, or you can also find it on the Gradeup app as well. So in this playlist, you will find many videos in which we have discussed the most expected questions from these 3 sections. We are doing mock test analysis. One of those is today itself. We are doing day-wise revision of all important topics, that the important whatever concepts are there. So we are just revising those. How to attempt the exam, what to do in the last few days, which slot is better, what to expect from the questions. We are also discussing questions from IIM Indore that have appeared before in different exams. And every day we are having these sessions at 5:37 and 9 p.m. So I think before CAT, this is the best possible option for you to have that last leg in the, I would say, complete full speed through which you can go for, right? CAT 2020 exam analysis we will be doing on the CAT day itself. As you can see on the screen, the first shift is 8:30 to 10:30. We are doing the analysis at 10:45. So many of our teachers are actually appearing for these exams. So the moment first series is over at 10:30, so I would also be writing 8:30, 10:30. So 10:45 a.m. I would be there. Probably Pranav sir would also be there with you for the shift 1 analysis. Similarly, some of the other faculties are writing in shift 2 and shift 3. So just 15 minutes after the exam gets over, we are coming up with the analysis. So just stick to these Gradeup app, subscribe to it. You will get all the notifications about it. And if your exam is in shift 2 and shift 3, probably it will be very useful for you, right? So let's come to these questions now. This is the first set that I saw in this DILR section, which was there in mock CAT 3. You can see it on your screen now. It says an exam consisted of 5 sections: QA, DI, LR, VA and RC. The marks per question for these sections are 4, 3, 2, 5 and 3 respectively. That means no different order. The number of questions in each of these sections ranges between 5 and 9, both included, such that no 2 sections have the same number of questions. This means one of these sections will be having 5 questions, one would be having 6, 1, 7, 8 and 9. 5 sections, 5 different number of questions. The maximum marks that one could have scored are 120. The time limit is 3 minutes per question for QA, DILR, while it is 2 minutes per question for the other two. VA had 6 questions. This is also given to us. For a section having 7 or more questions, an additional time limit of 1 minute per question is provided, right? In addition to the time limit which is given to us. This is the only data in this question, and based upon this, you have some questions. What kind of questions? If I look at the first question, how many questions did the LR section have? This straight away tells us, the options are telling you you will be having a unique combination for it. There is no option like cannot be determined or something. There is no question like if this happens then what? That means this is definitely a doable set. We must start with this set, right? Look at the questions, look at the type of data. In the data I saw that the marks for each question, they were given respectively, right? That means exactly for each section were given. The number of questions were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They were distinct. This is also given that LR or one section has got 6 questions. This is the only data. Questions are not having cannot be determined or if only wala cases, must doable set. This gives you an idea ki set karne layak hai. We will do it. As Sai Hari says, easy set, it took 5 to 7 minutes to solve entire caselet. So after doing this, we'll get to know what should have been a good time to do this. But at the outset, it looks like an easy set. So let's start doing this, guys. So we have these 5 sections: QA, DI, LR, VA and RC. The marks per question are 4, 3, 2, 5 and 3. And the number of questions, we don't know how many questions are there, but we know that VA has got 6 questions and the others are having 5, 7, 8 or 9 number of questions, right? Number of questions ke baare mein he has already told us that the number of questions would be 5, 7, 8 or 9, right? The maximum marks that one could have scored is 120. So the moment I look at this set, the first thing that comes to our mind is there will be many possibilities. 5, 7, 8, 9, QA might be 5, DI might be 7, LR might be 8, or QA might be 7, DI might be 9, LR might be 5, or RCB hai. There are various possibilities. How do we go about in such cases? I am giving you one again simple rule of this. Just find out the extremes of this. What is the maximum score that could have been there? What is the minimum score could have been there? That will give you an idea about this. For example, if I want to maximize the score, what should I do? I will put the maximum number of questions in that category where each question is of maximum marks. Though each question is of 5 marks in VA, but that has already got 6 questions, it is given to us. So I am putting 9 questions in QA. 8 and 7 I should be putting in DI and VARC in whatever order. It doesn't make a difference because both ways you see that there are actually questions of 3 marks. So kahin bhi 8, kahin bhi 7 rakho, doesn't make a difference. And 5 questions in LR. So can I say this will make the marks as maximum possible? Hi, good evening Priya and Aviral. This will give you the maximum possible marks. I hope you understand this, right? Hi Aryan Elawat, I'm good. So let's calculate the score कितना बनता है. QA में it is 4 into 9, that is 36. Plus DI में it is 3 into 8, let us say, that is 24. LR में 2 into 5, that is 10. VA में 5 into 6, that is 30. RC में it will be 3 into 7, that is 21. Let's add them. 36 plus 24 is 60 plus 10, 70 plus 30, 100 plus 21. That makes it 121. Hi, good evening Shayan. I'm happy to see you all here. So the maximum possible marks in this case has become 121. Whereas the question says the total maximum marks a person can score is 120. This is very close to 121 and this shows we just have to decrease the total by 1. We just have to decrease the total by 1. So how can I decrease the total by 1? Right? So see, one of the possibilities was 9 questions with 4 marks each. 8 questions 3 marks each, 7 questions 3 marks each, 5 questions 2 marks each, and I cannot change this. This is fixed. I cannot change this. So can I say I can reduce one? See, DI or RC, though both are having 3 markers. So any change in them would not make a difference. QA में there are 4 questions of 9 marks each. Sorry, 9 questions of 4 marks each. And DI or RC में there are 3 questions of 8 marks each. This total is giving you 36 plus 24 as 60. अगर मैं इनके क्वेश्चन नंबर्स इंटरचेंज कर दूं, 4 मार्क्स के देयर आर 8 क्वेश्चंस और 3 मार्क्स के देयर आर 9 क्वेश्चंस, कैन आई से दिस विल गिव मी 32 plus 27 as 59 and that will decrease my total by 1. That is going to decrease my total by 1. Hi, good evening Satyabrat. So this gives us an idea कि अगर मैं यहां पे 9 की बजाय 8 कर देता हूं और इसमें या इसमें जहां भी मैंने 8 लिया था उस 8 की बजाय I make it let's say 9. So I take 9 here, let's say 7 here. Keep this in mind. This 9 and 7, they are interchangeable because it doesn't make a difference. Both these sections are having 3 questions, right? 3 mark questions. So 9 and 7 can be interchanged. Now in this case your total would become 120 because this 36 would become 32 and this 24 would become 27 and hence now the total would become 120. We got this answer at the upper limit of this. I told you we should calculate both the extremes. Sometimes we get the answer at the lower limit, sometimes we get it at the upper limit. Here because it was very close to the upper limit, so we got the answer close to the upper limit. अगर ये बहुत दूर होता 121 से तो हम लोग लोअर लिमिट को एक बार चेक करके देखते हैं, राइट? हाय, गुड इवनिंग पवन. So let's start doing the questions now. So this is the final thing that we have got in the green color. तो questions को करना शुरू करते हैं. How many questions did the LR section have? So LR section have how many questions? It is 5. So the answer to the first question is option D, that is 5. What are the total marks for QA section? तो QA section के marks आप देखिए कितने आ रहे हैं? It is 4 into 8, that is 32. So therefore the answer for the second question is option A, 32. Third, what is the maximum possible time duration of the exam? Now this we have to calculate, maximum possible time duration. So about the time duration, he has said for a section having 7 or more questions, an additional time of 1 minute per question is provided. We want to maximize the time, right? We'll see that. First of all, this last line is applicable only for those sections where the questions are 7 or more. So can I say it is applicable only for QA, DI and RC? QA, DI and RC, right? So if I look at the time limit, QA, DI और LR के फिलहाल time limit कितने थे? The question was saying time limit was 3 minutes for QA, DI and LR and it was 2 minutes for VA and RC. So currently the total time for LR, it is fixed. 5 questions of 3 marks each, 15 minutes. The time taken for VA, can I say it is fixed? 2 minutes per question and there are 6 questions, so it is 12 minutes. But for QA, DI and RC, he has told us that for a section having 7 or more questions, the limit will increase by 1. तो अगर मैं QA के बारे में बात करता हूं, it has got more than 7 questions, right? इसका मतलब time limit will become 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. So QA का time limit is 4 into 8, 32. DI के लिए the time would become 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 that is equal to 4. 4 into 9, 36. और RC के लिए the total would become 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1, 3 into 7, that is 21. In this case, the total time comes out to be 15 plus 12, 27. 27 plus 32 is 59. 59 plus 36 is 95 and 95 plus 21 is 116. So the maximum possible time taken for this is 116. That is option C. Shayan, these mocks are available on Gradeup app itself. So you just go to the app, you will find these mocks over there. Okay. I hope all of you understood this third question as well. So now I move on to the fourth one. How many questions did the RC section have? As we have already discussed, this RC section can interchange its questions with DI. So the answer can be 7. The answer can be 9. So for the last question, I would say my answer would be cannot be determined because it can be 7 or 9 both. Right, so as initially I saw that who said Sai Harish, I suppose said it, that it was an easy set worth 5 to 7 minutes. Now I also agree with Sai Harish that this is actually a question which is 5 to 7 minutes question, not more than that should have been taken on this set. Definitely doable once we find such a set. So definitely our confidence also improves that at least I have done one complete set of 4 questions. So now I just have to do one more to be in a safe zone and 2 more probably to get a good score. I mean, in an average exam, I can always say that 2 to 3 sets will always give you a very good score. This was true even in those times when the exam was of each section was of 1 hour. अब तो 40 minutes का हो गया है, 1 hour के लिए भी this was true, right? Okay guys, so let's move on to the next set now. Here is the next set. This is a DI set. I see 6 countries A through F exported and imported aluminium only among themselves. Any country can both export and import aluminium. However, no country can export to any country from which it imports and vice versa. Okay. So basically one country will export to some other country and one country will import from some other country. जिससे एक्सपोर्ट करेंगे उससे इंपोर्ट नहीं कर सकते, जिससे इंपोर्ट करेंगे उससे एक्सपोर्ट नहीं कर सकते. The following pie charts provide the quantity of aluminium exported and imported by each of the 6 countries during a particular year. This again looks like an easy set at the first sight, right? I'll tell you what is the problem with this set. So I have companies A, B, C, D, E and F. If I look at the exports of these companies, exports are 85, 120, 150, 130, 80 and 50. And if I look at the imports of these countries, they are 105, 100, 130, 90, 150 and 40. So for example, if I talk about company A, so country A is exporting 85 million tons. Where is it exporting 85? So the first thing can be, okay, how can they export to F? F में तो सिर्फ 40 ही आ रहा है. So how can they export to F? They can. This 85 can be exported some portion to some country and some other portion to some other country. Isn't that possible? Yes, it is. This 120 can be exported in some portion here, some portion here, some portion here. This 150 can be exported some portion here, some portion here. So there would be various possibilities in which this can be exported or what can be imported. So there are many possibilities for this question, right? Plus, even if it doesn't come to your mind, look at the first question. If one of the countries X exported only to D and another country say Y imported only from D, if comes here, right? That if this happens and this happens, how many distinct possibilities exist for the pair XY? Even if with this if, there are various possibilities. Look at the options 10, 12, 14 and 15. So there are so many possibilities for this set. How can we do it during the exam? I would say at this point, leave this set, right? Now, there is a possibility in such sets, you might find it initially easy, ki aasan lag raha hai, let us start doing it, because just by looking at it, you can't say whether the set is easy or difficult. You have spent 3-4 minutes. This is a very important point. You all would be facing this during all these exams. 3-4 minutes ke baad, there is a stage when you feel, I have already invested 3-4 minutes. Should I keep doing it? Or I have already invested 3-4 minutes. Am I going to waste more? So that point is the point where you start feeling I should keep doing this or I should leave it and move on to the other set, right? This is a common question in our mind. If I keep doing that, the other side will keep taunting me. You should leave it, you should leave it, you should not be able to do it, you are again wasting your time. And if I leave it, the other side will keep haunting me. You should have done that set. वो होने वाला था. You have already invested 3-4 minutes. वो हो जाता. Try that. So this is the biggest dilemma with most of the students at this stage. Though, in my opinion, I would always suggest it is always better to leave that set here, because what my experience is, even after doing some other set or trying some other set, once you come back to this set, this data would still be in your mind as fresh as it was while doing it. तो ये मत सोचिए वो वेस्ट हो गया टाइम. You can use that time later on. In that time, just try to figure out some other sets कि क्या पता कोई और set आसान हो, तो पहले वो क्यों ना ट्राई कर लूं मैं. So just try the other sets, come back to this. Trust me, keep this word, keep my word, you will be able to recall all the data that you have studied in that particular set later on as well. वो आपके काफी काम आएगा. But at that stage, just leave it. Move ahead, find out probably some easier set, right? So here we are going to leave this set currently. I mean, the options are telling you every option has got some possibilities. If this happens, if that happens, then what? And there are many possibilities, so we should not be doing this, I suppose. Here comes the next set now, question number 9 to 12. In a hospital, there are 5 administrators B, S, J, C, T. The hospital runs in 3 shifts, morning, afternoon and night. There are 15 attendants A to O. Each of these 5 mentioned administrators selected one worker for every shift. The following table provides information about the attendance selected for each of the 3 shifts. So there are 5 administrators. Each of them selected 3 people for the 3 shifts. So total 15 people are selected by them, and those are 15 attendants A to O. Their names are given to us. Morning में कौन select हुआ, afternoon में कौन, night में कौन. Further, it is given that the only attendants that are above 45 years of age are B, G, K, F. Further, none of B, S, J selected attendants. Scott selected C for morning shift. Jimmy selected one pair of attendants out of these. Tango selected this, falana. And when I look at the questions, who selected H? So basically, the set is about that these 5 administrators have selected 3 people each for 3 shifts. The question is, we have to figure out that which administrator selected which person, and we have to do this from this information which is given to us, right? For me, again, I find this question easy at the outset. मुझे आसान लग रहा है because there are only 2 parameters. Who selected whom? That's it. Otherwise में एक और पैरामीटर सपोज वो जोड़ देते that these people are from these cities. So वो मुश्किल हो जाता है. Brendan has selected this person from Patna, but that person is not F. The person selected in afternoon is not from Jaipur. That makes it difficult. Here we have only 2 parameters. Brendan, Scott, Jimmy, Charlie and Tango. They have selected these people. We have to figure out that which person selected whom. In my opinion, doable. Let's start doing this. The only attendants that are above 45 years of age. So basically we have to figure out who selected whom. So मैं एक काम कर लेता हूँ. Let me write it here. So Brendan, who are the other people? Brendan के अलावा we have Scott, we have Jimmy, we have Tango, and there is one more person. Brendan, Scott, Jimmy, Tango and Charlie. Brendan, Scott, Jimmy, Tango and Charlie. So whom did they select in the morning slot, afternoon slot and night slot? And we have to select these people from here. That is clear now to us कि हमें इन लोगों को कहाँ से select करना है. Let's start doing this. The only attendants that are above 45 years of age are B, G, K and F. So let me put a plus sign on them, that B, G, K and F, they are 45 years of age. Further, none of B, S and C selected above attendants as attendants above 45 years of age. So all the plus sign people, they are not selected by Brendan, Scott or Jimmy. So they are selected by either Tango or Charlie, right? People with a plus sign, they are selected by either Tango or Charlie. Second statement, Scott selected C for the morning. So Scott selected C for the morning. So I have written C over here. So C has been used लेट्स क्रॉस इट, ये इधर से यूज कर लिया हम लोगों ने. नेक्स्ट, Jimmy selected one pair of attendant out of these pairs. This holds true for administrators Charlie and Tango as well. Leave this currently. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Tango selected exactly 2 attendants above 45 years of age but did not select K. Important info. Tango selected 2 attendants above 45 years of age. How many people are there above 45 years of age? 4. Tango selected 2 out of them. So can I say 2 people are selected by Tango and 2 people are selected by Charlie? If Tango selected exactly 2 of them, so Charlie also selected exactly 2 of them. And Tango did not select K. So who selected K? Charlie. So Charlie must have selected K. K is selected in the night slot. So Charlie has selected K. I am putting a cross here. Right? I hope this is clear. Now, Tango has to select 2 people out of B, F and G. Tango has to select out of B, F and G. And one thing is obvious, afternoon slot mein to he can select only one person, na? So can I say B is surely selected by Tango? B is surely selected by Tango. Tango had to select 2 people. They cannot be K, so K went to Charlie, right? And out of those 2 people, they must be out of B, F, G. F and G are from the same slot, that is afternoon slot. Afternoon slot se to you cannot take 2 people, na? So therefore I am saying the morning slot person has to be selected by Tango only. I hope this is understood. Hi Rahul, good evening. I hope all of you are getting this. No problem till now. Jahan bhi problem ho, just write it out. I'll discuss that. Right? So yahan tak I think it is clear. Now out of F and G, one would be selected by Tango, one would be selected by Charlie. That we have to see कि कौन F को select करता है और कौन G को select करता है. We will see that. B has already been selected. So जो जो select हो जा रहे हैं उन लोगों पे मैं cross लगा दे रहा हूं सीधा सीधा. ठीक. 5th पे आते हैं. This is clear. Okay. Next आगे बढ़ते हैं. One administrator selected both H and O. So basically whoever will select H, the same person would select O. So H and O will come together. I can surely say that person is not Tango. That person is not Charlie. Because H and O are selected in afternoon and night slot. Afternoon and night में H और O तो नहीं आ सकते Tango और Charlie के केस में. Right? The administrator who selected E also selected I. So whoever selected E here, the same person has selected I. So this person obviously again cannot be Scott. This person cannot be Tango. This person cannot be Charlie. Scott नहीं हो सकता, Tango नहीं हो सकता, Charlie नहीं हो सकता. So this person must be either Brendan or Jimmy. This person must be either Brendan or Jimmy. Sai Harish, is that condition we should not select 2 from same slot? Yes, Sai Harish, it is written over there. Let me just show it to you. यहाँ पे लिखा है. The following, each of these 5 mentioned administrators selected 1 worker for every shift. So every person has selected 1 person for every shift. Therefore, I am saying that they cannot select it from 2 of these slots. I hope you got it now. Right? चलिए जी. सो H और O साथ आएंगे. कहां आएंगे? वी हैव मेनी पॉसिबिलिटीज टिल नाउ. E और I साथ आएंगे. वी हैव 2 पॉसिबिलिटीज, ब्रेंडन और जिमी. द ओनली कंडीशन दैट वी हैव नॉट यूज्ड येट इज कंडीशन नंबर 3. लेट्स कम टू कंडीशन नंबर 3 नाउ. ठीक है. इट सेज जिमी सेलेक्टेड 1 पेयर ऑफ अटेंडेंट्स आउट ऑफ AF, JN, GL और GK. Can I surely say that pair is not GL, that pair is not GK, because G is surely selected by Tango or Charlie? G is surely selected by Tango or Charlie. I hope you got it. And it cannot be AF because F is surely selected by Tango or Charlie. So if Jimmy has to select 1 pair out of this, can I say that pair has to be J, N? If Jimmy has to select 1 pair, see, either G or F. G और F तो दोनों वो लोग हैं ना who are above 45 years of age. and above 45 years of age they are only selected by this Tango or Charlie, because वो पहले ही मना कर चुका है ब्रेंडन, स्कॉट और जिमी, तो सेलेक्ट कर ही नहीं सकते, right? So the only possibility for these people here can be J comma N. So J is selected in the afternoon slot, so let me write J here. N is selected in the night slot, so N should be written here. Jimmy has selected J and N. I hope all of you are getting this, guys. इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है ना किसी को? Now we have just completed this because ये देखिए यहां पे ब्रेंडन और जिमी को E और I सिलेक्ट करने थे. जिमी कैन नॉट सिलेक्ट E and I नाउ बिकॉज जिमी के पास तो J और N आ गए हैं. सो E मस्ट बी सिलेक्टेड बाय ब्रेंडन एंड I मस्ट बी सिलेक्टेड बाय ब्रेंडन. E and I, they should come here. Where would H and O come? H and O will come with Scott. H and O, they are going to come with Scott. There are no other possibilities. वो सारा बना लिया हम लोगों ने, ठीक है. So we have used H and O, we have used E and I, ये सब कर लिया हम लोगों ने. यहां से J select हो गया है, N select हो गया है. So now in the top row you are left with A and D, and in the last row you are left with L and M. Now we just have to figure out those. Not difficult for us. अभी तक हम लोगों ने ये वाली info use नहीं की है. We have to use this as well now. That this holds true for the administrators Charlie and Tango as well. Charlie और Tango के pairs भी इसी में से आएंगे, GL और GK और AF वाला pair, right? Now, Charlie and Tango, can any one of them have a pair of AF? If anyone can have a pair of AF, that can only be Charlie, right? Because A is to be selected in the morning slot, whereas in the morning slot Tango is already having B with you, right? So अगर AF आ सकता है तो सिर्फ Charlie के साथ, and if Charlie have AF there, then in that case Tango can have GL. I mean, if I put A here and if I put F here, so automatically G would come here, और G यहां पे आते ही इधर क्या आ जाएगा? L आ जाएगा. So what are we left with? We are left with D here and we are left with M here, and that's it. The complete set is there with us now. We took a possibility and that possibility made it complete. There was no other possibility available. G और L उसके साथ Charlie के साथ हो ही नहीं सकता था. And if G and K होता, Tango would not have been able to make any pair then. Tango कोई pair बना ही नहीं पाता. So this becomes the final combination for us for this complete thing, right? Now we just have to look at the questions and answer it. Who selected H? So who selected H? Let's look at the answer. So Scott selected H. So the answer is Scott. Next, who was also selected by the administrator who selected I? Who selected I? जिसने I को select किया है उसने E और M को भी select किया है. So my answer is E और M में से जो भी आएगा M आया हुआ है. So M is the answer. I mean, now you can answer the questions. Who among the following selected D? D को किसने select किया? And which of the following statements is true? So once we have the complete combination with us, उसके बाद तो we just look at the questions and answer it. There is no more to be done in this case. I hope all of you understood this set. Anyone having a doubt now in this set? Any kind of question that you might have? See, the important point is how to deal with these questions, I would say. ठीक है कि किसी भी स्टेटमेंट को कैसे यूज करना है, that is the more important part, because anyways ये exact set नहीं आने वाला है. But I can by surety say this is purely a set of the type which can come in CAT. I mean, इसी तरह के questions CAT में आते हैं and you have to answer, because ultimately out of all the sets there would be some easy, some average, some difficult sets. So these sets would come under the category of easy set, I would say, and they would surely be there, right? So these were the two sets, that means 8 questions which could have easily taken you through in this particular section. Now after that I saw this another set was there, right? So if I am going through this section, probably the third set that I would be doing is this set. Reason? Just read this set. Election for the president of Achiever Academy takes place in 2 rounds. There are 4 candidates named PQRS. Total of 100 voters are there. All the voters vote in both rounds of the election. In the first round, PQRS get these many votes. In the second round, they get these many votes. Right? Till now, I was thinking कि ये तो बहुत सारी possibilities बन सकती हैं. Whoever voted for P, he might have voted for Q, R, S. पता नहीं कितने लोग कहाँ गए. That's difficult. But the moment I looked at these statements, this told me that this set is easy. How? All the voters who voted for P voted for Q or R in the second round. All who voted for Q voted for P or R. All who voted for R voted for Q or S. So how does it make the question easy for me? Because when I know these many people voted for P in the first round, so out of those, if X voted for Q, total minus X voted for R. So that way I'll keep on getting all the data in a single variable. Right? I'm not going to do this complete set for you. I mean, I can do the questions by yourself. I'm just giving you an idea that how do we move forward in these kind of questions, right? So I have made this table on the next page. We have P, Q, R and S with us, right? And how many of them moved towards P, Q, R and S? This I would be writing here. इनमें से कितने कितने move कर गए? So initially P में कितने votes थे? 23 votes थे. Q के पास 18 थे. R के पास 39 थे. S के पास 20 थे. And finally इनके पास कितने कितने votes थे? 37, 31, 15 and 17. See, look at the first statement. All voters who vote for candidate P in the first round voted for Q or R in the second round. So out of these 23 people, all the people either voted for Q or R in the second round. Let us say P of them voted for Q in the second round. So can I say 23 minus P of them voted for R in the second round? 23 minus P voted for R in the second round, right? Look at second statement. All voters who vote for candidate Q in the first round, that is 18, vote for either P or R in the second round. तो इनमें से कुछ लोग इधर चले गए और कुछ लोग इधर चले गए. Now the point is, if you look at these statements, all the people in R either came from P or from Q. And how many people voted for R? 15. 15 में से 23 minus P तो P से आ गए. तो Q से कितने आए होंगे? Q से आए होंगे 15 minus 23 minus P. तो वो plus P हो जाएगा. And this gives you the value as P minus 8. I repeat, 15 people voted for R in the second round. Out of those 15, 23 minus P came from P. So all the remaining came from Q because R को मिले ही दो जगह से votes हैं. So we already have one number with us. Subtract करोगे तो ये P minus 8 आ जाएगा. और इस P minus 8 को 18 में से minus कर दो. So that will be giving you how much? 18 minus P minus 8. That is 26 minus P. वो ये वाला figure आ गया. Right? And similarly, I can get all the values in terms of P. I can fill up all the cells and I'll have all the values in terms of P. और जैसे सब कुछ P की terms में है, we can straight away start answering the question. There is only one variable. जब एक ही वेरिएबल होगा तो हर एक वैल्यू P की टर्म्स में होगी हमारे पास. सो हम करेंगे क्या? 23 माइनस P आ गया. दैट मींस P मस्ट बी लेस देन इक्वल टू 23. 26 माइनस P आ गया. दैट मींस P मस्ट बी लेस देन इक्वल टू 26. P माइनस 8 आ गया. सो P मस्ट बी ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल टू 8. लेट अस से कहीं पे आ गया हमारे पास 12 माइनस P. That means P should be less than equal to 12. So ultimately I will get a range of P. कि भाई मिनिमम P इतना होगा और मैक्सिमम P इतना होगा. And just by looking at that, we'll start answering the questions. Right? Okay, I hope you have understood this set as well now, right? I'm not going to do it completely. Obviously, I know there is a paucity of time. I'll not be taking much of time because anyways, you can do this set by yourself. But once you have everything in terms of P, I think you can yourself answer all these questions by yourself, right? And after that, all questions are of one type only. ध्यान से देखिए. Number of people who voted for P and voted for Q in the second round. number of people who voted from P to R in the second round. We have those two numbers. Difference ले लीजिए, give the answer. Next question भी यही है. Voted for Q and then P, voted for Q and then R. उनका भी difference पूछ रहा है. Next भी यही है. Voted for R and then Q, voted for R and then S. उनका भी difference पूछ रहा है. और last में भी यही पूछ रहा है. So ultimately everywhere the same question is being asked to you. So I think after the two caselets that we have done before that, this is the third one that could have been started, and these three sets, that means 12 questions, would have given you easily a score like I think a 97 to 98 percentile in this paper, right? So I hope you have understood all these sets now, guys. So Anmol is saying, how is your experience with online versus classroom experience at CL? I mean, yeah, Anmol, even I miss that. I mean, interacting with the teacher, with the students is definitely something that I miss a lot. I mean, the effectiveness is approximately half of that in an online. But in these days, obviously, you don't have an option, and we have to obviously I align with the time now. So timing ही ऐसी आ गई है. We have to do everything online, so we are doing it, right? So this is all, guys. So obviously I'm not going to do the last set, extremely lengthy set, no point discussing this. This is, I want to tell you that we have this green card through which you will be getting all the sectional tests and everything, and these are the current prices which are going on this, right? We have a ongoing course on CAT 2021 which started on 9th of November. This is the third batch that we have started. We are already running 2 more batches on 2021, and for this year we are running a batch for the non-CAT exams, IFT, TISNET, CMAT, etc., which started on 9th of November, right? For GK and current affairs, it started way back. Okay. I hope you all know about the Gradeup super subscription. If you take an 18-month subscription, so you are basically subscribed to each and everything which is there for you. I mean, structured live courses, mock tests, full syllabus, and your doubt resolution. Everything can be done from that super subscription. If you take a 6 or 3 month subscription, obviously that will be valid till CAT 2020, and after that for the non-CAT exams, right? So that's all I wanted to discuss, guys. This is our faculty team. Many of you probably would have seen that their percentiles are also written along with them. The experience of these people is visible on their faces. They all have been in industry for a long time. So I can say we have probably the best faculty team in the industry right now. So all the very best, guys, to all of you for the exam. I hope you will do well, and I have all my wishes for you. Just stay confident during the exam. This is the time in which your hard work is going to pay off. So do not be lesser confident. ये मत सोचेगा नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा. Do not let any negativity enter in your mind. Go and do your best. As we always say, prep smart, score better. You have prep smart. So now it is the time to score better, guys. So that's all from my side. Good night, everyone. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you, guys.